My name is Sarah. Welcome to the It's a Sarah podcast. Today it is Saturday, February 18th, so this is my February episode number 18. It was not my plan to film a sit and chat part, but I want to share something about my Felix cardigan, especially about the way I do my pearl stitches, because that was a question I received a lot. Let me explain it. Let me tell you something about it. Yesterday evening I finished my second sleeve, and this morning I picked up the sleeves for the button band. I really love this nice straight line. And I do a 2x2 rib. It's not what the pattern tells you to do. The pattern says 1x1, but I prefer 2x2. And I was purling again here, and I filmed a bit about my purling. I will edit before or after this part, and I am a continental knitter, and my purling was always a bit messy. It still is a bit, but it was way too loose, and I was following, not really a knitting class. It was more when I worked as a teacher on a Waldorf school. I had a kind of class every Monday evening at a lady's home, and she could make these beautiful Waldorf dolls, and she was also a very talented knitter. And she learned me another stitch. She told me about, there is someone in the Netherlands organizing a kind of workshop, I don't know, about 16 ways of knitting your stockinette stitch, because you have several ways to knit the knit stitch and the purl stitch, and you can combine all those several ways, and then you can make the stockinette stitch in 16 different ways. And she told me to practice with that, and maybe I would find a better way to do my purl stitches, and I did. I find another way that worked pretty good for me, and it was the Russian purl, and I think it's also called combination knitting when you do the rib stitch, when you combine purl and knit stitches. When you search for combination knitting or Russian purl on YouTube, I guess you will find tutorials. I know there's a Dutch one. I'm not quite sure if there's also one in English. But the Russian purl it's just normally when you make a purl stitch, you make quite a big round around your needle, but now it's more a push, and the way you don't throw your yarn around your needle, you just push it through the stitch, and that makes you need less yarn, so it makes the distance of the yarn to make the purl stitch shorter, and that makes the purl stitch a bit tighter. The only thing is that your stitch will get twisted on your needle, because you push it through the first leg. It's twisted on your needle, and when you knit back, you have to insert your needle in the not in the front leg of the stitch, but in the back leg of the stitch. And I really love this way of purling, and especially for the ribbing, because rib stitch, the combined knitting with purling, if it's 1x1 or 2x2, that doesn't matter a lot. It makes because it's a very small movement you have to make with your fingers and your yarn. It's very relaxed to knit. You have just a small move and not too big. When I knitted English style, it was much bigger and much heavier for my arms, and now only my fingers do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then it's all happening. So I can do this for hours, and it's really nice and relaxing. Oh, the yarn is twisted around my leg. So I will insert a little video. I don't know if you can see it well, but this way of purling improved my purl stitches, and still I'm a loose knitter, I'm a loose purler, but it improved a lot, and I especially like the way of purling. And it feels good. It feels natural. So I'm very happy. I think I might have knit one row too much. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, you did, Sarah. I only needed 8. 9. I think I leave it this way. Time for a bind off. Yes. And then add some buttons. Okay. Yeah. I will work on I'm sorry. I will work on my Felix cardigan this weekend, and I hope I will finish it tomorrow, I guess. Maybe today. I don't know. I'm looking forward to wear this little cardigan. So this was it for today. I wish you a nice Saturday or Sunday or whatever for day, and I see you tomorrow. Bye bye.